Oh, it's just the Middle East. There's always been turmoil. I am not taking sides. What's different now? Let's start by addressing the recent escalation in Israel. Tensions in the region have been stewing for years because the problem lies in the heart of Jerusalem. It has been a point of conflict for decades, with people claiming sides of Israel versus Palestine, despite its monumental significance for various cultures and religions. However, recent occurrences in Israel have intensified the situation to a terrifying level. Historical context. Before the creation of Israel, only 73 years ago, Palestinians, Christians, Jews, and Muslims peacefully coexisted in Palestine. Israel is a group of people known as settlers who were colonizing Palestine through means of Israeli colonization, ethnic cleansing, military occupation, and apartheid. They cover it up by saying it's a religious conflict that denies Palestinians their rights to liberation, freedom, and justice. It's between foreign occupiers versus rightful inhabitants. The Nakba. Al-Nakba is the Arabic word for the catastrophe. It refers to when the Zionist movement launched a campaign of ethnic cleansing in late 1947. They expelled 750,000 plus Palestinians and committed up to 155 massacres. The Nakba should be understood as an attempted physical annihilation of Palestinian civilians and their collective identity, and in this regard was a genocidal campaign. It marked the first shattering of Palestinian society, dispersing them across fragmented communities worldwide. This created the first Palestinian diaspora, but the Nakba was not an isolated event. It was the start of a historical process of Palestinian displacement and erasure at the hands of Israel, one that continues today. Ethnic cleansing in action. Despite having no right to East Jerusalem, Israel nonetheless is carrying out an ethnic cleansing campaign in the city. Israel's policies aim to reduce the Palestinian population through a process called the Judaization, which encourages Jewish-only settlements and involves revoking Palestinians' residency rights. The latest is an effort to evict Palestinian families from Sheikh Jarrah and hand their homes to settlers, and this is not the first time. When Palestinians protested to defend their community from the ethnic cleansing campaign, the Israeli occupation brutalized unarmed demonstrators in videos that have gone viral over the past weeks. This set the stage for the current escalation. Currently in occupied Jerusalem, Palestinians are facing heavy militarized violence from Israeli police and settlers. The siege of Gaza. Israel is bombing the Gaza Strip and firing missiles at residential homes with families trapped inside. Enduring a fourth mass bombing campaign in 12 years, over 2 million Palestinians remain trapped in an open-air prison with no shelters, nowhere to hide, and nowhere to run. Gaza lives under an unending Israeli siege, occupation, and endless bombing campaigns. It's a genocide in Gaza. Self-defense. Israel has the most advanced military in the Middle East. Ranked globally at number 20, it possesses chemical, biological, and nuclear weapons. No other country in the region comes close in terms of strength. Yet, Israel constantly shows itself as a weak state to outsiders. A weak Jewish state that is always being threatened by its racist, anti-Semitic, Arab-Muslim neighbors. A very popular tactic of Israel is to argue that it is on the brink of destruction, that another Holocaust is just around the corner, and if Israel doesn't defend itself, the hateful Arabs would push them into the sea. Many serious Jewish scholars have called Israel out for this impossible reality. Under the tagline of "Never Again," Israel has pushed native Palestinians out of their homes, towns, and cities. Israel isn't under threat. It is the threat, because it's the only state in the Middle East performing ethnic cleansing. Broader implications. So why does this situation in Israel terrify the whole world? It's not just about the immediate conflict. There are broader implications at play. Even though the international community has been closely monitoring the situation, countries and organizations like the UN have condemned the atrocities committed by Israelis. However, one major concern is the fear of regional instability. The Middle East is already a volatile region, and any escalation in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict can send shockwaves across neighboring countries. Moreover, countries are either aligned with Israel or the Palestinians, and their support with either can affect international relations. Similarly, the most terrifying aspect is the fact that it can result in broader conflict. If the situation escalates, it can draw in major global or regional players, which could result in a disastrous scenario. Conclusion. Being ambivalent about the situation in Palestine is supporting ongoing apartheid, ethnic cleansing, and genocide. Normalizing violence anywhere is not okay. This is a humanitarian crisis that has been going on for decades. The UN condemns it, the Human Rights Watch condemns it, and your favorite heroes, Malcolm X, Nelson Mandela, Einstein, Gandhi, all condemn it. So as Israeli security forces continue to fire tear gas, stun grenades, and rubber bullets at worshippers at Al-Aqsa Mosque, steal homes from Sheikh Jarrah, and continue to make Gaza an open-air prison and carry out a parade of genocidal flags and fictional indigeneity, let the record show this is colonizer behavior.